The Shawnee Science Update with Hailey Knox.
Guest star Kelly Hoffman.
Hello everyone, I'm Hailey Knox, and welcome back to the Shawnee Science Update. Today on the show, we will be discussing why viruses are not considered cells, and we'll be having a very special guest to talk about this with us. Our guest today is Kelly Hoffman, and she is a college student who's interested in talking about this topic to learn more about the subject. Come on out, Kelly.
Thank you for having me, Hailey. I am so excited to learn more about this subject. I do not know a lot about cells since I'm an education major.
Let's get right into it. I will start out by explaining what characteristics or traits make up a cell and how they differ from viruses. There's 5 characteristics that make up a cell. These 5 characteristics are nutrient uptake, reproduction, growth, waste removal, and reacting to external changes. Viruses do not contain any cellular organelles, and they cannot grow and divide.
I thought a virus was a cell and could do all the same things. So what parts of a virus is different from a cell?
Great question, Kelly. The main difference between a cell and a virus is that cells are metabolically active, and it keeps up with the necessary functions for self-replication. Viruses are not able to do this, and they rely on the host cells for this purpose.
Is it the only thing that makes them different? Why can't viruses self-replicate?
Viruses cannot self-replicate because they depend on a host cell for their protein synthesis pathways. More specifically, the ribosomes in cells are needed in the process of protein synthesis, and viruses do not contain these ribosomes.
I see now. That makes a lot of sense.
Do you have any more questions about viruses?
Actually, I do. How does a virus get inside of a cell in order to replicate itself?
Each virus enters cells a little bit differently depending on the virus. To put it simply, the host cells contain receptors and the virus has a capsid that attaches to the receptors. The capsid is a protein coating that contains and protects the genetic material of viruses. I've printed out a picture for you to explain it better. The receptors here on the cell attach to the capsid around the virus. This allows the cell to engulf this virus so it can perform the protein synthesis that it needs.
Wow, I get it now. Thank you, Hailey.
You're welcome. I hope this taught you a little bit more about cells and viruses. Thank you all for listening in on our talk about why viruses are not considered cells. I hope you all can take away something from this talk. Come back next week and join us on the Shawnee Science Update show to learn more about cells.
In my video, I showed a picture to explain what the process of cells engulfing viruses looked like. So this is it. So again, a virus is engulfed by a cell through the capsid and receptors between viruses and the cells.